Students, good morning. Today I will continue the remaining idioms and phrases. In the previous class, I have explained 10 idioms. First of all, idioms are more useful in oral language or communicative language or spoken language. Idiomatic language is, idioms are very decorative expressions. Idiomatic expression is more beautiful. It gives beauty to the language. In previous class, I have explained 10 idioms in detail. Today, I am going to explain in detail for always memorable when you are writing any competitive examinations. Each and every idiom more and more important for the students, for the learners, for the participants who are preparing academically and competitive examinations also. 11th one is scrape the barrel. This is the one of the idiom. First of all, what is the meaning of the idiom? Here, meaning has been given. I will give you meaning. When you are scraping the barrel, you are using something you do not want to, but you have no option. We are doing some work, some job. Even though we have higher qualifications, recently Sachivalayam posts have been published. Many students, secretariat posts, many students who are completed graduation, engineering, other professional courses have been completed. They also applied for that job. They got the job, they settled. But really, there is no option to get the post regarding to their equal qualifications. That type of situation, that type of context, this one. The meaning is scraping the bottom of the barrel. Also, it is scrape the barrel. The same idiom is also called scraping the bottom of the barrel. The meaning of this idiom: select from among the worst. To choose, select or elect from what is left over. There are no others to choose from. There is no chance to choose, to select better things. Very limited options are there. Among that, those limited options, advantages, we have to use. That is the scrape the barrel. You can understand this meaning by using an example. I was scraping the barrel when, this is a past tense, past continuous tense, I was scraping the barrel. You can frame the example sentence in any tense or either any voice, either active voice or passive voice, or any kind of the sentence, interrogative mode or assertive mode, imperative mode or exclamatory mode. I was scraping the barrel when I had to stay for 6 months with my parents after I lost my job. For the COVID-19 effect pandemic is going on. Many employees, mainly private sector, has been suffered. They lost their jobs also. What is the another way? They come their native places, we come our native places, and we depend on our parents. There is no option. This is the, I was scraping. If I lost the post, I was scraping. I am doing a job in some companies. I lost my post due to the COVID-19 pandemic. On that situation, this example has been framed. I was scraping the barrel. Why? When I had to stay for 6 months with my parents after I lost my job. Okay. Next thing is second, 12th one. Bend over backwards. Bend over backwards. It is not the meaning to bend our body to the backwards or frontwards. The meaning of this idiom, bend over backwards, here one meaning is there. To try, please, or accommodate someone to an unusual degree. We give more importance. To try to please, to accommodate someone. We give accommodate, we give food, someone very deliciously. We take care of them. We be very careful to treat them. Unusual degree, to an unusual degree. This is the bend over backwards. The meaning I will explain about this idiom. To try extremely hard, to help or to please someone or to do something. If anyone come to our house, he is in high position, in high rank, in the central government or any international companies. How do we treat him? To try extremely hard to please someone. Make a special effort. We put special effort to please someone. Generally, constituency MLAs are visiting their area. Local leaders are they bend over backwards before MLAs and MPs also, because they wanted something from them. Make a special effort to please someone. Work very hard to accomplish something to someone. Work very hard. Special effort. Extremely hard to help, to please someone. For example, the example sentence we can understand clearly. Try to follow, dear students. I will explain each and every idiom in detail. Why? Because we can explain only meaning. It is not enough. usage of sentence using that particular idiom is more important. Then only we can remember forever. For example, the hotel staff bent towards bent, bent. V2 verb, past tense, simple past tense. The hotel staff bent over backwards to make the visit of the dignitaries of memorable one. Some of the dignitaries came to the hotel restaurant to stay. The staff who are doing the employees in that hotel, they are extremely trying hard to please them, to take special effort to please the dignitaries. It is a memorable one. This type of situation, this type of context, we will use this idiom. And then 13th idiom. Number 13, a chip of the old bag. Try to, I will expand and blow up. A chip of the old black. Why should I study? I read down instead of the and the, both are correct pronunciation. When do we utter the word the following word start with vowel sound, we should pronounce that article, definite article, the chip of the old black. The meaning of the chip of the old black, the chip of the old black. Chip of the old black. Here, what is the meaning of this word? Here, if you are a chip of the old block, you are similar in some distinct way to your father or mother. In behavior, in attitude, the way of walking, the way of style, they are similar to their parents, either father or mother. That type of person we do called, you are a chip of the old black. You are a chip of the old black. There is no difference, you and your father and you and your mother, same behavior, same attitude. You have also that type of attitude, that type of person. We should call a chip of the old black. A chip of the old black, here you are just like one of your parents. You are just like one of your parents. There is no difference between your father and, not a appearance, not a personality. Personality, behavior, attitude, character, each and everything, both are similar, you and your father. You are just like one of your parents in character or behavior. Similar to one's parents in behavior, character and personality. Personality, behavior, character, all these qualities come in the child, the baby, the children. Similar qualities from parents, either mother or father. The example sentence is, he is as stingy as her mother. As stingy. Do you know the meaning of stingy? Stingy means mean quality. It is not a positive quality, a pleasant quality. It is unpleasant quality. It is a negative quality, stingy. He is as stingy as her mother. The mother, the type of quality, the same quality has been there in that particular person. A real chip of the old black. That's why he is called a real chip of the old black. One more example I will give you other than this one. My father was a comedian. For example, I will tell you one of the example. I will explain you. For example, for instance, my father was a comedian and I am a chief of the world black. I am also a comedian. That type of character, quality, personality is in my mind, in my behavior. This type of person is called, on that time, we call him a chip of, you are the chip of the world black. You are the chip of the world black. And then, next 14th one is, blow your own trumpet. Generally, trumpet is a sounds produced by the elephant. Sounds of the animals, elephant. But blown. Blow your own trumpet. This is an important idiom. Every day in the society, some of the persons, they are talking about themselves boastfully. On that occasion, we will say, don't blow your own trumpet. Why are you blowing your own trumpet? And they said extraordinary things. Even though they are ordinary things, they explained extraordinary things more than he has done. That is the blow your own trumpet, blow your horn. H-O, blow your horn. H-O-R-N, horn. Both are same. They are both idioms. So, blow your own trumpet, blow your own horn. And then, what is the meaning of this one? If you blow your own trumpet, you tell people how good or successful you are. How good or successful you are, used in negative way. It is explained in awkwardly. That way, talk boastfully about one's achievement. We are talking about our achievements boastfully. It is not real. To show too much pride, we feel very, very proud. Too much pride. It is called too much pride. To proudly tell other people about our success, our successes, we feel very proudly. That type of quality is not a good quality. Blow our own trumpet, our own trumpet, our own horn is not a H-O-R-N horn. It is not a good quality. It is also a negative quality. It is not always preferable. For example, your achievements and success. I don't want to blow my own trumpet. For here, one example is there. Which one is the doctor can be so off-putting. He is always blow his trumpet, mentioning his awards and positions in various associations. One of the doctor is there. He is a good doctor actually. All knows about him. But repeatedly, again and again, what did he say? I have getting so many awards. I have done many positions. I have worked with some many dignitaries. He always mentioning again and again. It should be, we feel very embarrassing moment. That is not good attitude. Good attitude. That is why you blow your own trumpet or blow your horn is a idiom which is very important for in the idiomatic language. And then we go to the fifth one. Fifth one is more important in idioms and phrases. Idioms and phrases. Once in a blue moon. 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 What is the meaning of this idiom? Blue moon. Once, not a continuously. Once in a blue moon. Here, if something happens once in a blue moon, something happens, has been done once in a moment, for example, it happens rarely. This is more important. This happens rarely. Once in a blue moon means a newly established. It happens very rarely, extremely rarely in occurrence. Occurrence. Extremely rarely. Extremely. 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 Extremely rarely. And it happens very rarely. It happens very rarely. 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 It happens very rarely. That means, for example, our brother is residing at abroad. He comes to our native village yearly once or twice, 2 years. He comes to our village once in blue moon. That is the example. For example, it happens rarely means I get to see. Here example is there. Many startups. This functions as a noun. Many startups. What is the meaning of the startups? Newly established business. Newly established business or firm. Many business, many companies, many industries in startups turn in a profit. Turn in a profit in once in a blue moon. They are not continuously in profit. They are getting advantages of profits. They may be in loss. Once in a blue moon means rarely they are getting profits. Extremely rarely getting profit. That is the meaning of the once in a blue moon. Important idiom. And do you follow, my dear students? Yes. You should listen carefully each and every class. Listening with attention, with concentration, it leads to increase your memory power. Okay, next one is we go to the 16th one. 16th one is burn. R is a silent letter. Burn is not correct pronunciation. Burn your boards, bridges. In plural, they have 3 pronunciations are there for adding the suffixes s or es or irregular plural. This is a regular plural. We should pronounce is. Bridges. Boards. We should pronounce boards. Not the plural nouns have 3 pronunciations. When we are adding suffixes to the singular noun s, es, or ies, some are the irregular plurals are there. They have 3 sounds are there: sa, ja. The next is. These are the 3 sounds are there. burn your birds bridges or bridges, burn your bridges. Burn your bridge. Burning our boats, our bridges means, here some meaning is there. If you burn your boats, if we burn our boats, we do something that that makes it impossible to change our plans and go back to the earlier position or situation. It is not at all possible to come as it is earlier position, before position, preceding position. We commit some mistakes without thinking, without forethought, before doing anything. Okay, next we go to the 17th one. 17th one, burn your boats. Here the meaning is, I have burnt my boats with my previous supervisor by criticizing him publicly. One of the employee in any company, someone, he is without thinking, he talk something proudly before the company manager. On that time, company supervisor, on that occasion, I have burnt my boats with my previous supervisor by criticizing him publicly. To do something that makes returning to one's original state, or it is an impossible task. You destroy all possible ways going back to that situation. Possible ways going back to that situation. Okay, it is impossible to return an earlier situation. Not at all possible. For example, my advice to you is not to burn your boats or bridges. To burn your boats or bridges. I have burned my boats with my previous supervisor by criticizing him publicly. Because each and every human being think before doing something, then only taking the decision. Otherwise, it leads to this type of situation, a critical situation. Okay, next, 17th one is, make no bones about something. Make no bones about something. And the meaning of this idiom, if you make no bones about something, you say clearly what you feel or think about it. It is a positive attitude, good attitude, pleasant attitude, excellent attitude. Make no bones about something. If we ask any opinion from you, you say that clearly, without hesitation, without doubt. That is more important, good quality. Have no hesitation in stating or dealing with something. Act or speak frankly, that is more important. Frankly, act or speaking, frankly, act or speaking frankly. Frank means frankly, without any hesitation, without any secret, open-minded. Make no bones about something means he is talking open-minded. Next, to be very sure and definite, almost something. Frankly about something, speak about something, act about something. That is more important. And here through the example sentence, Jack made no bones about getting a hike in his salary. When we are asking the Jack, what about your salary particulars? He gives full information without secret, without hesitation. That is a good quality. Jack made no bones about getting a hike in his salary. His salary may be increased. He may be should be confidential, but he explained about his hike of the salary with a open-hearted mind. Frankly, he said that. Jack made no bones about getting a hike in his salary. And then the 18th one is break, press, new ground. Break, press and new ground. Break, press and new ground means if you break new ground, you do something that was not done before. You start something variety or peculiar way, not in ordinary way. Break, press or break new ground. Break new ground. That is the meaning of the idiom. That is the meaning of the idiom. Okay, break, press. Here the example is our scientists are breaking new ground. Our scientists are breaking new ground, and in robotics cancer research they have invented a new thing, a latest thing, a current thing, that is called, if you break new ground, you do something that was not done before. Okay, next so some more example is this film broke ground for women's liberation. That is one more example. Women's liberation, they explain about, express about women's liberation. That picture depicts, the picture denotes women's liberation. The previous pictures did not denote that type of women's liberation. Do something completely different way, to do or discover something new. That is the break, fresh or break new ground. And then we go to the 19th one. 19th one is in the same breath. Breath is the noun form. Breathe is the verb form. In the same breath. What is the meaning of in the same breath? When you say two things in the same breath, you say two very different, contradictory things. Okay, the meaning of I will explain you about the meaning clearly. In the same breath, used for saying that someone has said something, two things that cannot be true, saying opposite things, it both true and false in different directions. The same breath means we have to take one issue, we will tell both positive and negative. We should not confirm one way. We give two different answers in different ways. That is not a good thing. Saying something that someone has said in the same breath. He praised and criticized criticized him in the same breath. On that time, At the same time, we have been criticizing someone and we have been praising someone. That is not a good habit. In the same breath, for example, how can the manager praise my colleague and talk of his average performance in the same breath? How it is possible for the manager to praise our colleague? To talk of his average performance in the same breath. Average performance. He is not doing hurtfully. Average performance. Okay, next, take away your breath. This is the last one, 20th. After completion of this idiom, I will wind up the class and I will conclude the class. Before going to end of the today's class, last one is take away your breath. Take away your breath means in the astonish. Astonish means, for example, here the meaning is if something takes your breath away, it astonishes you. Astonishes you. Astonishes. Astonish means surprise. Astonish means surprise. Surprise. Okay. Astonish means surprise. Take away your breath. If someone or something takes your breath away, it astonishes you. Astonish means surprise. Take away your breath. Astonish or shock with please or with pleasure and surprise or some other emotion. These are the qualities on the situation. We will surprise. We will shocked then when we have seen that situation. On that time we use that take away your breath or our breath. He is diving catch at the crunch. At the crunch. Crunch means current point or current situation. Critical moment. Here the crunch means critical situation in the match. Took my breath away. Took my breath away. That is the meaning of crunch. Critical situation. Critical point. Critical moment. That is the take away your breath. If someone or something takes your breath, that means you are surprised, you are shocked, you are astonished. That is the meaning of the this sentence. We have given meanings along with usage. Usage means our own sentences. You are suggested to prepare more and more examples using the idioms. Then only we remember always, but we may forget. When we are listening this class, we may be understand, but after some days we may be forget. So I suggest you, all of you who are seeing this classes, I will continue all the idioms up to completion of the idioms, all the idioms which are useful for commonly used idioms in our day-to-day life, academically and competitive examinations also. You be alert and always watch these classes, and you do yourself practice. Your life is your hands, not others. Please remember that. Thank you everyone.